All right, welcome. We are at Brosnahan Elementary School. I already got my first gift, a t-shirt. I am an honorary Brosnahan Bronco. Everybody say hi to the camera. All right. We're going to talk about a couple of important things today. So let's get right to it because we have a half hour. First of all, my name is Anthony Yanis. I work over at KPRC, and we are live right now. So all of your parents, teachers, and everybody in the Cy-Fair ISD is watching right now. And so I wanted to go over a couple of things. First of all, coming in 2.5 weeks, and make sure you guys can all see this, is a partial eclipse for us in Katy. So I want to make sure you know what you're aware of what's coming our way. In 2.5 weeks, the moon is going to get in front of the sun, and it will look something like this middle picture here coming up in 2.5 weeks. It will not be a total eclipse, and it will not be a ring around the moon here. We're the middle here in Katy. You guys got that? Yes. Here's the path, and I'm going to teach you guys some Latin today. We have the eclipse in 2.5 weeks. It's on October 14th. It's a Saturday. It's called an annular eclipse. Annular is Latin for ring. You're going to see, if you're in this path of the blue line here, you are going to see the sun look like this. How cool is that? Whenever you guys just glance at the sun really fast, it's just a big, bright orange ball. But what you're going to see, if you're in this path, not us and Katie, what you're going to see if you're in this path is you're going to see a ring around the sun, which is pretty cool. So, if you on a Saturday are out of town and you happen to be in the cities of Midland, San Angelo, Kerrville, San Antonio, Beeville, or Corpus Christi, for an example, you are going to see this. This is what we see in Houston. This is what we see in Cypress. This is what we see in Katy. We're going to have 90% of the sun blocked out by the moon. So during a solar eclipse, the moon blocks out the sun's light. I need your help with this because when you look at your textbooks and you read how this happens, you've got the moon, the earth, and the sun. My question to you is, do you really know how far away the moon is from the earth? I want you to come on up. Come on up. Yep, come on up. You're going to help me with something. Because here we are. Let's see if we can find. Okay, come on up. No, come on up. I need two people. Come on up. Come on, I need you. No. I'm in the brown. Yeah, in the brown. Okay, I want you to put your finger right here and stand right here and show me that's where Katy is, okay? That's the earth, all right? So, I want you to show me about where the moon is in relation to the earth. Show where you think it's right there? You can be farther away, you can be close. How far away is the moon from the earth? Come on up. If you know, come on up.
3 days.
You're right, it's position. So there's your position. So you hold your position. Okay, you said you came in confident. What's your name?
My name's Aiden.
Aiden, show me how far away the moon is from the earth.
It's about like 30,000.
Oh, let me get you a mic. You tell everybody what?
It's about like 30,000 away.
30,000 away. Okay, so right here. Does anyone think it's farther away? Come on up, right there in the green. Okay, stand here. You stand there. Okay, you're the moon. You're the moon. Okay, you said it's farther away, so let's come over here. How far away? Come on, how far away do you think the moon is? Let's be careful with the equipment. Just come on over. You're the moon.
I think.
You think it's where?
I don't think it's that far.
You don't think it's this far, but I'm going to make you say it's this far, okay? All right? Here's how far away it is. Let's see how far away it really is. So here's my little moon. Everybody got the moon? This is my cute little moon. This is going to represent how far away is it. It is. Did you know that the moon is 8.5 circumferences of the earth in distance? What in the world does that mean? We're going to have you show me, okay? Let's have you walk that way. Go ahead and walk that way. And just walk until the yarn ends up. Okay? No, you're going to walk that way. How far away? Slowly. Keep going slow. Okay, keep going. 8.5 circumferences. So how far away is the moon? Were any of these kids right? Keep going. No? Keep going. How far away is the moon from the earth? Keep going. Keep going. Hopefully you don't have to go through the door. Keep going. Keep going. How far away is the moon from the earth? And just so you know, on this day, on October 14th, get ready to stop. Oops. Right here. Go. Make it tight. Okay, stop. That's how far away the moon is from the earth. So on this day, what we're going to see is the moon get in the sun's shadow. How incredible is that? Everybody give everybody a big round of applause.
Apparently the moon gets farther and farther every day.
Yes, a little bit. Yes. Good point. Here's a good point. What was your name? Great. What was your point?
Apparently, the moon actually gets farther and farther each day, but it's only a little bit.
Yes. So you know what's really incredible about this event on October 14th is that coming up in thousands and millions of years, because the moon's getting farther away, we will not have eclipses anymore. Other planets don't have them right now, but we won't have them because the moon is getting farther away. Great point. Good job. Thank you guys for helping. So, there's a couple things I usually do when I do these school visits, and normally it's like really completely focused on weather. This one I wanted to talk about the partial eclipse and a little bit of science with the Earth and the Sun and the Moon relationship. But I always talk about safety. And it's really important for you to be safe during an eclipse. So on a day like today, if you look at the sun, it's really bright, and so you don't look at it. It's smart. It damages your eyes if you look at it. But during a partial eclipse, because it's cool, a lot of people will be looking at it, and then they don't realize the sun damages your eyes. So you guys are 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. You guys are really smart. Be smart and don't look at the sun. It'll damage your eyes. And so this is a warning. When I saw the last eclipse, and again, this is what the annular eclipse looks like. It says, intense sunlight can destroy your sight without you knowing. Be cool and never look at the sun without proper eye protection. Your retina has no pain receptors, and retinal damage often takes several hours before becoming visible. So you could look at the sun, and it's bright, so it hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt. The pain is the brightness. It's not that it's painful, so don't look at it. But what you can do, and what I'll give to a couple of kids that they can do, is we have KPRC2 solar eclipse glasses. And so, come on up, stand up. Yeah. Okay. Well, why are you saying no? Oh, you want one? Okay. Well, here. I want you to tell me, okay, I'm going to put this on you. Put it, make sure it's covering your eyes. Okay, get it comfortable. I want you to describe to everybody what you're seeing.
Black.
Black. You know they're good solar eclipse glasses because you can't see a thing. They're not like sunglasses. If you can see light, these are bad glasses. But because these are good glasses and they're certified safe, you can't see a thing. Now, if he looks at the sun and goes outside, he's going to be able to see the sun, and it's not going to damage his eyes.
I can only see a little bit of light where the doors are.
That's it. That's good. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Now, I know not all of you guys are going to be able to get solar eclipse glasses, but this is the last solar eclipse that I saw was in 2017. This is me and my family's glasses. These are the KPRC2 glasses. But there's another way to see them. You can make your own, because it's a Saturday, you can make your own pinhole camera. Hopefully the cereal at your house is more nutritious than what I brought in. But what you do is it's pretty simple. First of all, you cut off the top. At the bottom here, what I've done is I put in a white piece of paper. Because the bottom is gray, you don't want it gray or kind of brownish. You want it white so you can see what the partial eclipse looks like. One side you're going to cut off the top. One side you're going to put in aluminum foil. All of your guys' kitchens, whether it's your grandparents or whether it's your parents or your mom or your dad, they have this. Everybody has aluminum foil. So you just put that on one side. You tape the middle. You open up the other side. And then you get a paper clip. It's a regular paper clip. I have a red one and I have a gray one, but what I did with the red one is I open it up and I put one hole in. And that hole will capture the sunlight, and during a partial eclipse, you'll be able to look through it kind of like this. Because we're inside, you're not going to be able to get the real effect. But what the sun's going to do is it's going to hit there, and on the inside, what you're going to see is you're going to see the partial eclipse. So I just had it for a second. It's kind of, there it is. So that's what you're going to see. So if you're watching on TV, you see it. It's kind of, yeah, why don't you hold it? There, it's hard. And with the sun, there's no escaping it. I'm kind of showing a flashlight here. But you're going to be able to see the partial eclipse. And keep your eyes safe, right? That's the important thing. Now, it is kind of tough because you're looking down here and the sun's over here and you want to look, but don't, right? We want to keep our eyes safe. Everybody got that? And I'm telling you this because it's a Saturday. You're not going to be in school. When it happened to me, when I went to school, we had a big, huge thing at school. And the teachers put out these really fancy, that's the simple one you're making at home. They have these fancy ones and you're looking at the sheet and you can see the partial eclipse. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so here's what you need to know about that day on October 14th. It starts at 10:37 in the morning. That's when the partial eclipse starts. The maximum eclipse, when 90% of the sun is going to be covered, is at 11:58, right at almost noon on that Saturday. At 1:38, the partial eclipse ends, and then you have the full sun. So this is almost 10, 11, 12, 3 hours. You're going to have 3 hours to have a chance to look at this. You're going to get bored by then, because the partial eclipse is cool, but it's not that incredible, but it's cool. 90% of the sun's surface is covered. Let's talk about the sun now. So getting off the eclipse, the sun is 100 times bigger than the earth. The sun is 93 million miles away from us. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the light from the sun to reach us. So we are always walking around in old light. The sun sets. Did you know that when the sun sets, it's actually been set for 8 minutes and 20 seconds? But that's how long it takes the light to get to us. So we want to talk about a couple of things about weather now. So the sun heats the earth, air heats up and rises, clouds condense, and rain and storms form. So do you see how this is a day like today? It's starting out sunny outside. Clouds start building up. They build up through the late morning into the early afternoon. You get a big cumulonimbus storm cloud, and then it starts to rain and it starts to lightning. I need my 2 strong kids now. Where are my 2 strong kids? Oh yeah, you showed me your muscles. You count. Then I need a girl. Let's go in the back for a girl. Right there. Yeah, in the green. Come on. Yeah. Yep. Right in the green. Well, that's the yellow. Never mind. That's yellow. Yep. That's the shoe. Yep. Come on up. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show this in action now. We're going to show how on a day like today there's rain. Because when you came to school, the skies were clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 drops, 3 drops of water in. So does everybody see how clear this is? Can you tell me what the temperature is? Can you read that, what the number is? Do you see that?
Oh, 24?
24. So that's 24 degrees Celsius. Can you hold the mic? Okay, and we're going to try this twice to see if it works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 24 degrees Celsius inside. I'm going to close this. What's your name?
Tahir.
I'm sorry, what?
Tahir.
Tahir. Everyone say hi to Tahir. What's your name?
Genesis.
Genesis?
Genesis.
Genesis. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I love that. Okay, Genesis, hold that. Okay, what you're going to do is you're just going to squeeze this until you can't anymore. So use all your muscle and, yep, pump it. Good. Use your muscles. Good. Tell me when you can't do it anymore. Is it getting harder to do? Yes. Okay, let's have you do it now. Let's see if you can do a few more. Oh yeah, look, you're shaking. It's hard, huh? Yeah, it's getting hard. Okay, let's look at the temperature now. What's the temperature? Oops. It's moving around.
28.
28. It went from 24 to 28. So what's happening is that by pumping this up, we're heating up the bottle. So we're making it hotter. So we had 2 drops of water. And now what we're going to see, because it's gotten hotter, just like this picture, clouds will start to build up. Let's see if this works. Everybody see? Everyone's got a good view? We created, their muscle strength created a cloud because it heated up in here. That's what's happening with our weather. Big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thanks. Okay, I need two other kids, medium strength now. I need my medium strength kids. I know you told me, yeah, come on up. So I got my girl. And then let's do a boy in the back. Yes, right there. Yep, come on. Yep. Okay, come on over. So what would make it, come on over. Let me get the mic. What's your name? I'm sorry?
Nalani.
Yolani? Yolani, come close. I'm sorry.
Nalani.
Nalani. Oh my God, you guys have such unique names here. Okay, come on over here. What's your name? Nope, so you're good. Nalani. What's your name?
DR.
DR. Oh my gosh. Is there a Greg or a Bob or a Charlie here? No, there's not. Okay, so on a day like today, if it doesn't rain, if there's high pressure sinks the air. So what's happening in this picture is that the clouds are building up and it's creating rain. But when there's high pressure, like what we had most of the summer, is it sinks the air and it's hot. So that sinking air prevents clouds from building up. And so it's similar to this. So we're going to play a little game here with the two medium strength kids to where this is high pressure sinking the air. So what I want you to do is get behind this, and I want you to lift that up and tell me, so you're going to try to be a cloud, but lift it straight up. Don't lift it at an angle. Can you lift this? Okay, what's happening? Lift it. Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to, oh, you got it. Now you moved it, so you got air in under it. But how hard was that? How hard was that?
Really hard.
It was really hard because high pressure sinking it's not letting the clouds build up. Okay, your turn. Now, again, she moved it back, so once she got air in the middle, it came up. So just try not to move it and see if you can lift it straight up. Okay, ready? Tell me what it feels like. Straight up, straight up, straight up. You got it. Oh, no, so you're scooting it. You're scooting it. You got it, you got it, you got it. Oh, you did it. Good job. But how hard is that? So how hard is it to get clouds on a day with high pressure or get rain on a day with high pressure? Really hard. Good job, guys. That was good. You guys both got it. Good job. Are you guys ready to do live weather almost? You guys ready? Before we get to that, I want to talk about how I forecast the weather. So I've shown you a little simple thing about whether we're going to get rain from these clouds or yes or no today. But how I forecast the weather is in the morning when I get in, and I get in at 2 a.m. I check the radar first. Is it raining anywhere? I look at satellite images. Where are the clouds? Where's the snow in the wintertime? Where are the storms? This is what's called a hook echo. So whenever I see hook echoes, those are really bad because that shows that there's a possible tornado. So that's a radar indicated tornado. And of course, recording stations. So when they do the weather, they're going to see a handful of recording stations that show the temperature currently. So I look at what the temperature is. What's the pressure? What's the winds? How humid is it outside? I have surface maps. So where is there high pressure? Where is there low pressure that's going to allow lifting? So I look at these maps. And then I look at weather models. What's going to happen in the future or potentially happen in the future? Is there any big storm headed our way? Do we have rain on the way? Or is it just going to be hot and humid? So I put all of this together, and then what I do is I look outside. Or when I'm coming in the morning, I make sure I'm looking around and I know what's going on. Or like when I'm coming over here, how are the clouds forming? Are there any clouds at all? Because I've noticed when we got here, there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and now there's some clouds. So I'm always noticing things. And so if the rock is wet, it's raining. If the rock is swaying, it's windy. If the rock is hot, it's sunny. If the rock is cool, it's overcast. If the rock is white, it's snowing. If the rock is blue, it's cold. If the rock is gone, tornado! So I look outside. And then I make the graphics. So whenever you watch on TV or watch online, the graphics, we all make those graphics. And so that's just part of the job. So whenever you guys will have career fairs and career days, what do you enjoy doing? If you enjoy creating things, this is a really fun job to have. After all that's done, I then go in front of a green screen. Does everybody see the green screen? Yeah. I can't wear green. If I wear green, and there's a couple people with green, we got to get you up. We got to see what this looks like. If I wear green, I will disappear, or at least my clothes will, because that's what it looks like, and that's what we have. So we have our 3 people who are doing an example, are getting ready to do this. Okay, so these kids, who wants to go first? No, we have 3 kids already picked out. Brooklyn? No, Brooklyn does not want to go first. I need the biggest personality to go first, so no one else is. Drew? Okay, so Drew's going first. So here's what Drew is doing. He's already practiced this. He's going to do the weather for right here, right now. We have a recording station here of what the weather is as far as temperature, humidity, winds, and what it feels like, how hot it is outside. He's going to give the current temperatures, what's the weather today, what happens tomorrow, and we have a special graphic also for you about what's expected in the next 2 weeks. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close this out. I'm going to minimize this, and then I'm going to pick up, let's see, where was this? Yes, I'm going to, okay, so we're going to press play here. We're going to go live. Okay, so let's do this. Are we ready? Okay, come on, Drew's first. Okay, so there's a delay, obviously, right? So Drew is going to do this, and then Drew can watch himself and see how he did. So come on back, Drew. You ready, Drew? You got the middle button? Drew, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Drew, how big is your personality?
Pretty big.
Pretty big? Okay, that's not pretty big, sounded pretty small. So, okay, Drew, how big is your personality?
It's pretty big.
Oh, okay, this is what we got. Okay, ready? Drew, you got the mic. I'm going to get out of the way. You got the middle button? Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's make sure it's not at the right place. Okay, there you go. So it's going to look different, but you're going to come over here, and there's your numbers. Okay, I'm going to get out of the way. It's all you. It's all you, Drew. Everyone give him a big round of applause. Drew, hold up the mic to remember, keep it to your mouth. Introduce yourself, introduce your grade, what school you go to, and give the forecast.
Okay, so hi, my name is Drew Dorsey, and I'm in 5th grade, and I go to Brosnahan Elementary. Okay, so today's temperature is 84 degrees, and then the high today is,
The next map is what's happening for the first 2 weeks of October. It's going to be really hot for the first 2 weeks of October.
Okay, so it's going to be really hot for the next 2 weeks of October.
Say sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, and then press again. What's going to happen with rain for the first 2 weeks of October?
It's going to be rain. It's going to be lots of rain.
Good. Okay, yep. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so today's forecast is 92 degrees, and then tomorrow's forecast will be 94, and then Friday is going to be record breaking. Is going to be 96 degrees.
Tell everyone watching thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good job, good job. All right, who's next? Come on up. Okay, Brooklyn, come on up. 5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes left. Here comes Brooklyn. And remember, Brooklyn, you can stand a little farther back so you can see all the graphics. Okay, you ready? You're going to touch you got the middle button. Okay, introduce yourself, and it's all you.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Acuna. I'm in 4th grade. I go to Brosnahan Elementary.
Awesome. Keep going.
Which one?
Yeah, that presses it forward. Yep. So you just have to look at the map and see what you can see. You're blown by all the, okay.
It's going to be...
Press it again.
It's not working.
See, remember, step back. If you step back, you can see the map. So, see that? So you can keep coming back.
On Wednesday, it's going to be 92.
Yeah.
And on Thursday, it's going to be 94. It's going to be a little hotter. And on Friday, it's going to be 96.
Yes. Good job. Everyone give Brooklyn a big round of applause. Okay, before we get to Alex, I want to ask, how difficult is this to do in front of a green screen?
A lot.
It's a lot, yeah. So we're putting a big challenge in front of you because this isn't easy. To look at yourself, you're flipped around, you're looking at graphics, there's a camera here. It's not easy. Okay, Alex, you got about 1 minute to do this. Oh, I'm sorry, not Alex. I'm sorry about that. Come on up. I'm sorry, we had Alex. I'm sorry about that. Tell everybody your name again.
My name is Case.
Case. Come on up. Okay, Case, you ready? I'm sorry, Case. Please forgive me for doing that. I'm looking at Alex and talking to you. Okay, you ready? You're at the middle, and then you're going to introduce yourself first. I'm going to get out of the way, and then it is all. Let me get to the right map. It is all you. Let's stand right here though, so you can see. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Case. All you.
Hello, my name is Case, and I'm in 3rd grade, and I go to Brosnahan Elementary. The humidity is 74, and it's going to be windy and calm. And the air like is going to be 92 degrees, and it's going to be 84 sunlight. Now, in the woodland, it's going to be 78 degrees, and I can't see because the light.
It's hard. It is hard. It's hard. It's hard when you're not in studio and you're live on location because the lighting. You're right. The lighting is tough. So press the next button. And remember, this is the forecast for the next 2 weeks. Yep.
So, but the above average is going to be the first of half of October. Rainfall lookout is in Houston.
That's great, Case. Way to go. Good job. Good job. Excellent. You want to watch yourself over there? Go ahead and have a seat. Good job. So you guys, we have less than a minute left. Thank you so much for having us out today. We were live. We're about to be done, and I really appreciate all of you having us out and